So the story is about our grandmother. So I'm here with my brother, and we have been looking for her to come back to Puglia because, in fact, the whole family migrated in 1920, and she went to Paris and married two artists, one after the other, and they are two sculptors. So she died very early at 42 years old, and we never came to Puglia, my brother and I, because everybody left. So occasionally we arrived here like 20 years ago for just a holiday without knowing that we were go back to our roots and digging the story and find her again because when she died we were not born. So the idea of opening a house in Puglia, in Lecce, without being conscious of it, it was to recreate a story we never had with her. So the motto was very, very strong because we took 2 years to understand that we bring her back to her land and that we recreate something we never lived with her. So after 2 years, when we understood what was going on for us, then we start to implement the story for the guests. So we opened the museum where we tell the story to all our clients. And so everything is based on our experience, on a story, and especially of a love story, because she has been married first to our grandfather, and then she divorced to marry the best friend of my grandfather. So it was really not easy. But all this tragedy and love tragedy is kind of a pick. And for the clients to understand all this in the museum or here in the Fiermontina luxury home, it's to be immersed in an incredible story, starting here in Puglia. Well, we have been proud to make her come back as a testimony, and because she was an incredible person, even though she died very young, she made a revolution everywhere she was touching, in sentiments, in creativity. She was a muse of two artists in Paris in 1940, so she was quite a figure. And for us to bring her back to the light is what makes us proud, yes. Well, I will talk about Salento because we are in the Salento region, and we are from Puglia, Paris, and Morocco. So it's a kind of a mix of the Mediterranean shore. And in Salento, you can find the Arab culture, the Spanish, the Moresco, French. So it's a melting pot, and this is a richness of the creativity. Yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, Antonello and Southern Visions, since the very, very beginning, was with us. So it was a strong partnership, and we were just starting in the hotel industry. We were like we didn't know how to make it, and having this important industry below us was incredible because it gives you strength. So we've been starting the Eat Art because, of course, the DNA of our structures is about art because of the husbands of Antonia, the grandmother. And we implement an experience, a very exclusive experience in the museum where you have a special dinner in some of the rooms of the museum. So the starter is in one room, and then you have a surprise in another room. And it's an opportunity to have exclusively for you a beautiful museum. No, I will go back to my grandmother because what we thought lately is that from up there we collaborate because she bring her two grandchildren at the age of 60 years old to collaborate together and make a statement, a project, a whole new life, so it's incredible because she's very powerful, and I think we are deeply connected. Yeah. And you were talking about spirituality. Yeah, in a way, The connection, it could be family roots, but also spiritual, because it's a way of being with something more besides you, you know. Yeah, well, so we've been creating, starting from Puglia, a little collection of boutique hotels, and this is the dream, to go back to her journey and open hotels in all the lands she's been. So we opened Paris, of course, and then Morocco, and who knows where we're going to. I don't know where we were going, but yeah. Well, I think you know, you can have beautiful properties, but the only important thing is the human. So the team is key, and we've been implementing a lifestyle team. You know, each of them has their personality, and we really want them to be ambassadors of an experience, ambassadors of our story. That's very important for us. It's the same in all the properties. And then I think that the most amazing thing is the experience of our story, because when you have a story to tell to your clients, your anchor in a place, and its authenticity. Mm. Well, thank you. Thank you for opening a new path, because we in a way reconstruct us, and maybe we fulfill what was um, the emptiness we had. So it's a major gift. Yeah. Mm.